What is up? Ross Cessna from Spiritual Phoenix Studios. We are on day 10 of the 40 Servants introduction ritual, and today we meet the dancer. Hey, what is up? Ross Cessna from Spiritual Phoenix Studios. We are on the 40 Servants introduction ritual, day 10. We are meeting the dancer today, but first we are going to hear about my signs from the contemplator. So there's definitely been that, there was a pervasive sense of the card being there before I started on it yesterday. Much of the issues in my life were coming down to turning things over in a big way. Whether it be in work, in terms of looking for a relationship, in terms of everything, right? I'm at this point in my life where I really understand the need to just show up, do the footwork, do my due diligence, and let the results of everything else speak for itself, and like quit trying to manipulate or control situations on a very deep level, right? So I've turned a lot of things over. So that was interesting. And that general theme kind of held through. I really like the artwork of the card a lot too. I felt that to be very, very expansive. And I had some weird dreams last night. I don't really recall them enough to like get into the this discussion of them, but I would say those could have potentially been influenced by the contemplator. And then today, with the dancer, I've already had like some bleed over stuff. A lot of the things in my schedule this week are variable, and like because I have ADD and Asperger's and stuff like that, it can make it really challenging to try to keep up with big schedule changes. So I'm really like trying to adapt to shifting. And the dancer is kind of about the energy of like, we'll get into the energy of the dancer coming up. Actually, let me stop myself there because I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. And with that being said, we'll get into the ritual. Okay, so we have everything going except the Palo Santo. So as far as the stone that I picked for the dancer, I picked citrine because for me, citrine works with the imagination. There's lots of other ways that people tap into it, but citrine is associated with the sacral chakra, and that's also associated with like creativity and those kinds of concepts. And I thought that that was kind of fitting for what the dancer stood for. And then for incense, I actually went with amplify for the saint. And then I'm going to give the dancer imagination and courage, because I think that those would be some good combinations. So we're going to light this one more time. We're going to throw on some of the incense. Start with the amplify. All right. And somebody had asked me like what I'm burning the incense on. It's actually like a charcoal briquette. So it's something that you use for like resin incense, and it works really well. This is amplify, and it has frankincense, gum arabic or acai, and aloes wood in it. And it has a very distinct scent, but very good. Then we're going to throw in some imagination. And this one has frankincense, benzoin, myrrh, sandalwood, and rosemary. And then a little bit of courage. And now that we have all of that going, we're going to read this, and then we'll probably do like a little bit more incense. I call on you, great servant, the saint, to come to me so I may know you. I am Ross Cessna, the master and ruler of this domain. I call you here so that you can introduce me to the servant, the dancer, who is known for their ability to dance in the rain. O great servant, the saint, bring the dancer forth so that I may recognize her, and in return she will recognize me as her friend and master. Ever obey me, great servant, the dancer, and ever please me. In return I will offer you acknowledgement and sustenance so that your energy, potency, and fame increase. Give me a sign that you have heard my call and have come forth to welcome me as your master and friend. I make these offerings as a thanks to both of you. So next thing, we are going to put just a little bit more courage. Actually, let me stir this. Yeah. That's the other thing about the resonance, and you gotta like mess with it a little bit at times. We're not gonna put any more on there right now. We'll light this, and then we'll discuss what the dancer stands for. Okay, so now let's learn a little bit about the dancer. This servant it shows us that it is perfectly human to fail or come up short. She encourages us to accept that sometimes things just don't work out as planned, and that's perfectly fine. Excuse me. Her mantra is, the way things are the way things are. So there's like this deep level of acceptance there, right? Keywords associated with her: acceptance, non-resistance, recognition of how it is, being okay, surrender, being a good loser, surviving. And then the dancer's prayer is, O great servant, the dancer, who is famed for her wonderful perspective, teach me how to dance in the rain as you do, so that I can accept what I have lost. May I live to fight another day. It's a really, really beautiful prayer there. And in terms of the dancer, like, it's kind of funny. My life has been very chaotic and there's been this balancing going on, but I smudged the page of her book like when I was looking at it prior to starting to record. So I thought that was kind of funny and fitting for the dancer, because it's about rolling with the punches, and I'm very anal retentive about my books, right? And then the other one was when I just did the ritual, I forgot to pour the tea initially. So it's not actually in the ritual, but I was like, that's actually one of the signs of the dancer too. And I can like attribute it to that rather than me being disorganized. But anyhow, thanks so much for checking this out. Tomorrow we are meeting the dead, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, the dead. And stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. All that good stuff. See you tomorrow. Hey, thanks again for checking out my channel. If you haven't already, subscribe by hitting the Phoenix down below and check out more of my videos over there.